Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to another color and chat video. Um, as you can see, my dog is sitting on my lap, so I don't know if I can start coloring right away. But what I thought what I would do today is consider the results of the latest poll that I did on the community tab here on YouTube. And I was asking which of my rarely used pencil sets I should get out of the drawer and color something with them for a change. And the one with the most votes was the Faber Castell Black Edition. And I have the 100 set and I have them swatched out here. I pulled out the swatch chart because since I don't use them so frequently, I'm not that familiar with the colors. You know, if I'm coloring with my polychromos, I think I know them by heart. I know immediately which pencil I need to pick if I want a certain color because I'm so used to them. But these ones I have not used that much. I could show you maybe some pictures that I have done with those. As soon as I can get up again, when my dog maybe decides to get off my lap. Yeah, I will show you the swatches. I think they have really a nice variety of colors, especially in a bit in the area of a bit muted and pastel-y colors. So I thought I would do a picture in a color scheme that where I could use those colors, because I think, for example, there's not really bright reds, something like that. That would be maybe, or like autumn colors. I don't know, maybe not. So I thought something pastel-y, fun, colorful would be nice. And I had an idea, and I basically got that idea of a knitted sweater that I have. I cannot show it to you now, but it had a color combination that I really liked. Quite colorful, but still light, and I thought I would use that color combination. I also decided already on a page that I want to do, and it's in A Million Baby Animals, because I love that book, and I thought this cute color palette would really go well with the cute motifs in here. And this is the page I want to do with the, I don't know, llamas, alpacas, I think. I guess that will be really cute. Yeah. And I pulled out some color cube cards to maybe give you an idea in which direction I want to go. Let's see, this one maybe, or that one. Yeah, really colorful, but still muted. Maybe not that much green. I would rather go in this turquoise, if at all. This one I also like. Maybe rather that combination. And then also some rosy ochre colors and peachy yellows. Yeah, so maybe in that direction. That's what I had in mind. I'm not going to stick to those palettes. I just thought I could maybe visualize for you what is on my mind from a color combination perspective. So something like that. Does that? I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it doesn't make sense at all. Yeah. So this is the page, and I also have already selected some pencils. So I have my pencils in this case. I have already picked out the ones I want to use. As you can see, they are not used that much. They are still pretty long, most of them. Yeah, and now the colors that I have pulled out are those ones. So the Faber Castell Black Edition pencils don't have names, but they have these color numbers. So I might put them in the video description later if you like the color palette and maybe want to use it also, if you have those Black Edition pencils and yeah, want to use that. I'm not going to put up every pencil number while I'm coloring, because this is not going to be a full-blown color along. Yeah, but that's the idea. Let's see, should I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, I can do that. Make it a little bit larger, and you can see a bit more. Sorry, it's shaking now. Yeah, I need to put my dog down. I cannot color otherwise. Okay, now I'm ready. Yeah, what do I want to do? I think I want to make the alpacas in those, you know, warm reddish, pinkish, gray, brown colors. Very light, very pastel, and then use those pink, yellow, turquoise colors for the blankets and also for the flowers. So let's see. I don't have a concept really yet, so I will just get started and see where this takes me. Okay. So those pencils, if you're not familiar with them, they are not artist's grade quality. I think they're a student's grade, so they are not comparable with the polychromos, but they are a nice quality, I would say. They are soft. They do have quite some pigment, and as you have seen, I think the color range is pretty nice. So I really like them, and I will show you some pictures that I have already colored with them. I just remembered that this was something I wanted to do. Yeah, but now I will first color the fur of this one alpaca. I really like this book, the illustrations by Lulu Mayou, because there's not such a big pressure to make it look super realistic, you know. This does not have to look like realistic fur or something. I'm trying to give it some texture, just so it doesn't look flat. But yeah, no need to worry about making it look like realistic fur. So it's the illustrations are cartoony, and I think this is relaxing in that case. Yeah, I think this is pretty. It's a nice color. This book is a bit warped. I had an incident with water. We have a camper van, and I had this book with me, and I also had my Meine Reise durch Europa by Rita Behrmann, and I had them in a I don't know, cupboard, something, closet in the camper. And then I don't know what happened, but for some reason there was some water got inside that that area, and the books got wet. And they are it's not a big damage, you know. As you can see, I can still very well color in them. I think meine Reise durch Europa is was hit worse, but I think you can see it. The pages are, yeah, you can see that they have been in contact with water. Yeah, but I can work with that. So maybe the first picture I can show you that I have already done with the Black Edition pencils is in this book actually. And it's this one. And the reason why it's so super bright is because it's based with water-based markers. I think my Tombow dual brush pens. And I just used the Faber Castell Black Edition pencils for shading. But I think it's nice. I mean, it is really bright. But I think the otters turned out really cute, and also the fur texture is fine, yeah, so I'm quite happy with that one. Then let me get the others. I can think of two right now. Maybe another one will come to my mind, but let me get the two. So I think the first picture that I did was in mein Frühlingsspaziergang, and it's this wreath, and I really like this these muted pastel lavender purple colors and the bright greens that I had in the set, and I really enjoyed using them on this picture. And this picture is in Mythographic Magical Earth. Let me see if I find it. And that one was also based with alcohol markers this time. And I used the Black Edition pencils for the detailed shading, and I think that worked also fine. I like the you know, the colors here on the hummingbirds, and all the different colors I used for the low resolution flowers. So I think that turned out pretty nice. So I have always enjoyed working with the Black Edition pencils. It's just that, you know, if you have a go-to pencil set, like the Polychromos for me, obviously, but also second would be Prismacolors. I at least tend to use them all the time because I don't know, maybe I don't have sometimes it's just convenience, because as I mentioned, for the Polychromos I don't have to think a lot. See, now this one, I had to swatch it because I didn't remember exactly what it would look like on paper, if it was the color that I wanted to go for. So it's just, yeah, it's mainly convenience, I think. And yeah, and sometimes you want your coloring to be as relaxing as possible. And then it's, of course, using a pencil or a medium that you're very familiar with helps a lot to make the coloring easier, the coloring process. And also, of course, I have to say the Polychromos pencils are quite possibly the highest quality pencils that I have in my collection. Also, the Prismacolors are higher quality than those ones. So, of course, I love to color with them. But I think if you use the same pencils over and over, I really realized that when I have used, for example, the Polychromos for several pictures in a row, that in the end you're using the same color combinations over and over again, and you start to recognize certain colors in your pictures, and I don't know, I get the feeling that I want to see something different than for a change. And that's of course the reason why I have so many pencil sets. It's totally reasonable to do that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's why I enjoy to color with different sets from time to time. But it's honestly, it's like with the many coloring books that I have collected over time, it gets more and more difficult to make a decision, yeah, what you want to color. And each and every single book or set of pencils, the probability that they will get used is getting lower and lower, and that's not nice. But yeah, I don't know how to change it. So this is an attempt of me to give my pencil sets a chance that are usually not so frequently used, and that I maybe have not even shown yet on the channel. I have tried to use different uh-oh, I think I need to sneeze. Okay, maybe not. Different pencils, for example, for my color alongs, so that everybody maybe finds something that they the pencils that they use, yeah. But yeah, for example, these ones I have never used on the channel so far. Yeah, I'm liking how this looks so far. So I'm starting with the muted colors, because for me those are pretty obvious where they would go, like on the alpacas. And then for the other colors I need to see. Probably I will go with some pink and purple on the flowers. And then let's see. I'm not much further ahead with my planning. Can you see that? There is a bit of, I don't know, grayish pigment mixed in the lid of the pencil. So that is something that I have never seen in a polychromos pencil. So I have seen that for some apologies, that was my pencil sharpener. I maybe should have warned you. It's quite noisy. So I have had that also with some Derwent pencils, like the Color Softs. I have had that. Or maybe what other ones? So rather the let's say mid-quality pencils, I think this can happen sometimes, and I see that it happens with this one. That's a 782. I don't like that. There are some scratchy gray areas now, but I cannot. I try to avoid it, but by not turning the pencil in that direction, I don't know if it's, I cannot even see it. Okay. I cannot change it now. I can also not switch the color now. So we just ignore it for the moment. I don't like that. Can you see that? I think it's maybe a dark blue or gray grain of pigment, which is coming up here. Okay, what is what here? I think these are the legs of this alpaca. Okay, starting with a very light layer. I'm changing my approach now a bit because I really want to avoid those areas with the intermixed color. It makes me a bit grumpy. Okay. This is the first pencil that I have encountered something like that in this set, so maybe, yeah, it's not, doesn't mean so much. Okay, I will put it a bit further away because I don't like it anymore. What is that one? That's a different one, huh? But it's quite close. I could use that for the shading here a bit. Okay. So I did another color and chat video recently. I did it on Halloween and I colored the page in Witches Around by Uziku Halloween page with, I did the color, the basing with the alcohol markers, and I was chatting and everything, and I thought it would be a fun video, but my microphone, I think it broke down, and the audio recording was totally messed up. So there were large portions of the video where you could not hear me talk at all, and I only realized it after I had uploaded it, and I tried to watch it myself on the channel, and I got so angry and so frustrated that I took it offline. So I don't know if you have seen it. I think it was online only for a few hours. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. I was thinking maybe I could do some kind of speed coloring video, you know, remove the sound. Sorry, there's another sharpener coming. Yeah, so remove the audio and maybe speed it up a bit so it could be a short speed coloring video, and then I could still upload it on the channel, because I think the coloring part is really fun. And yeah, I mean, the chatting part would be lost, but it's really hard to follow. I have to say that, because of the audio issues. I had such a little, I can show it, microphone, Chevalier microphone, I think that's what they are called, connected to my phone. And because right now I'm using the microphone of my phone, and that's not really a good audio quality, and it was better when I used that microphone, but I think it kind of died on the way. It still recorded something, but only from time to time. And yeah, I decided to no longer use it, and now I'm really thinking about, I'm rethinking all my video recording decisions. I don't know, that's nonsense. But I'm really thinking about what I could do differently, you know, if I should invest in another microphone. But I think the really good microphones, you cannot easily connect to your phone, and my phone is what I use for recording. So, and if I get another one that is similar to the one I just showed you, I'm not that confident that it would be any better, to be honest. So I don't know if I want to spend money on that. And then I've been thinking alternatively, I could maybe get a digital camera, you know, like a camcorder, and record my videos with that instead of my phone, because I mean, my phone is not new. It's, I think, 6 or 7 years old. So I think there's some potential for better quality videos, maybe with a good camera, but that would be also a lot more money that I would have to invest. So I'm still thinking back and forth, and definitely this year there will be no decision, because I'm not going to spend big amounts of money still this year. But yeah, that's what is on my mind right now, because I want to make videos that are fun to watch. And the last one that I recorded was definitely not. I was so frustrated with that, because, you know, I'm sitting here and coloring and chatting, talking about things for an hour, and then it's just, I cannot use it. That was really frustrating. Thinking if I should sharpen this one. I think it works. So maybe I should color something different. It's too boring when I'm just coloring the alpacas all the time. I will go for something more colorful next. Maybe some pink flowers. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you really have to color certain areas in a picture to understand what they are. I have that often, I don't know, with Kirby's pictures, or I don't know, some, definitely the mythographic pictures, you know, everything that is more intricate and has a lot of things going on also in the background, a lot of objects overlapping, like here. I think it's not easy to recognize sometimes what is actually what, and then it helps to really slow it down, think about it, and then as soon as you start coloring, it all becomes a lot clearer. And I also realized that there's really a difference between the illustrators when it comes to such details, you know, how clean their drawings are. What I'm impressed with the most is probably Tomislav Tomic. If you know his illustrations, they are incredibly detailed, incredibly intricate, a lot of details, ornaments overlapping, going over each other. But I have never ever seen that something didn't fit, you know, that there was a line missing, you know, that a line started going over and under other objects and then it was missing. So I have a lot of respect for Mr. Tomic. That's incredible. I have had that a lot of times with Johanna's pictures. I mean, she's so charming. You know, she did those videos where she was talking, for example, about the little arrows that she has in her books, where she marked some things she wanted to fix digitally after scanning her drawings, and sometimes she forgets to remove those little arrows. So in her pictures I have frequently seen that there was a line missing, or it was not closed, and you know, when it went behind something. I've also seen that in Maria Trolle's books from time to time. I'm not criticizing them, definitely not. I would probably be a lot worse. I just want to say that if an illustrator manages to, you know, draw all these complicated details and get it right, that's amazing. I have a huge respect for that. Yeah, also the mythographics, sometimes you have missing lines or something like that, so it definitely happens to the best. Yeah, but Lulu Mayou so far, as you have seen, I have not colored so many pictures, but they were always very perfectly drawn. So big respect. Okay, now we go in with some pink. This one feels a bit scratchy. They're usually rather soft, not, I mean, not like a Prismacolor, by far not. A bit softer than a Polychromos. But it really depends. So this one is a bit scratchy. And I know that is depending on the pigment. Some, I don't know, some pigments go smoother than others. Okay, so this one is better. Yay, I like that. Where do I want that color as well? We have different types of flowers. I'm trying to make flowers in a similar color that have a similar shape, if that makes sense. So these ones, they have those pointy petals. They are a sort of flowers. These ones definitely, there's again the pointy petals. And then we have those, I think that this one also. I will do these ones in pink. What is that pink? Oh, that's a bit more into purple. I like that one as well. But I will go with the same combination that I just had. And I think I might use that one with this. Oh no, maybe that's a bit too purpley. I don't know. I'm just thinking loud. Yeah. So these flowers, you know, with time, there are some elements on those pages which you see a lot over different books, different illustrators, like these types of flowers. I have seen them a lot, and I have my typical way of coloring them. Since they are not drawn overly realistic, I think it's totally fine to also not color them super realistically. And I just do this easy shading where I go dark in the area where the petal above is kind of overlapping, and then go lighter towards the edge. So very, very basic, very simple. But I think that's totally sufficient, and gives already a pretty nice effect for those flowers. Okay, I will do another one. I will do this one the same. I will not color the entire picture on camera because that would be like a long video, long and boring. So I will try to color some different objects. So you can see me use the different pencils that I have selected. And then I try to, yeah, make it not too long. I will color the rest of the picture then offline, and you can then probably see it maybe on my Instagram if you're following me there, or latest in my complete pages video. That's already due in 2 weeks. And I have been, this video will be for half of October plus November, because the last one that I did was done in, let me think, mid of October, because I didn't manage to do it at the beginning of October for the September time frame. So I kind of combined the 2 months, so it was 1.5 months. And then I thought that beginning of November, just for 2 weeks of October, would also be ridiculous. So the next one will be again for 1.5 months. And yeah, I have done quite some coloring. I have been actually a bit sick. I was down with a really bad cold. I was thinking that it was maybe COVID. I didn't test at the beginning because I didn't expect it, and I only did a test after over a week in when I thought, why is this not getting better? But then the test was negative. But it was really unusual. So for a regular cold, I was really sick for over 2 weeks. So that's not normal. But I'm feeling better in the meantime, and yeah. So what I did during that time, because I spent a lot of time on the couch because I was so tired the entire time, I did quite some coloring. So I have completed 2 pages, and I have another one started, which I have completed 3 pages, and I have another one started, which I hopefully can complete before the end of the month, because it's an autumnal page, and I want to switch over to Christmas coloring very soon. So what other leaves can I do in that color? I would do smaller ones, so those ones maybe. I'm going over the lines all the time. I'm really not a very exact person. So I will do something else, because I promised I would not do a lot of coloring of the same type all the time. I have this turquoise. It looks actually quite blue now compared to this one, but it's a turquoise, and I want to use it. I don't have a green, so I will do the leaves in the turquoise colors, maybe purple, maybe some yellow, maybe also some of the ochre tones here. I'm not sure. What could I do with this? I would maybe, I'm thinking I want to do this blanket here, at least a part of it, I want to do in that color. So what I usually do, I mean, right now I'm really just shading with 1 or 2 pencils a specific area, and that's totally fine. But when the colors are distributed around the page a bit more consistently, I will go in and, for example, bring in some of the pink into the fur of the alpacas. I will bring some blue reflections into the turquoise leaves, and you know, just to make sure that some of the colors are not isolated. So it's not, the color is only, which color do I have? Let's say only on this this blanket. I will also bring in that color on an object that has another I don't want to say primary color, but that has a different color, so like a light purple, for example, because I think it gives more depth to the picture, and also more interest, and also more cohesion, because you have how do I say it, you find the colors at different points in the illustration. Okay, now for this little ghost, I will, because I want to have it really light, I'm leaving a light area at the border, so it's glowy, and I will leave a large area in white. Okay, like that. And the same here. I should have sharpened that pencil. It's working. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. Nobody will ever look at the picture with the same scrutiny that I am doing right now. I could do some purple. I will use this purple for some flowers. Not the pointy ones. Maybe I will use it on those, just as a starting point. And I'm just doing the same that I did with the others. Just putting a little bit of shading in the areas where we have an overlap, and that's it. Now we have some lines here that are indicating some, I don't know, folds or creases in the petal. So I'm putting in some shading there as well. That would also work better if I had sharpened my pencil. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm annoyed by myself. No, this one as well. That's also part of the flower. Yeah, okay. Should I do these ones also like these? I think from a distribution, we could do that. This one is also quite similar. We'll do that first. So I'm thinking now if I should maybe if I'm done with this recording in a couple of minutes, I would say if I should continue the page on camera or if I finish it off camera. Maybe you can leave me some comments. What would you prefer? Would you like to see me continue working on that page, or maybe rather see something new, something different in the next color and chat video? Just let me know. I will definitely finish that page. That's absolutely for sure. But I might rather do some Christmas coloring on the next color and chat video, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm a bit undecisive. If you have a preference, just let me know. I think that would be probably helpful to me, because I don't know what I want. So if you have a preference, just leave me a comment and I will definitely consider it. Okay, now I'm going for some purple leaves. I will do the small ones with the frizzy edges. Purple. And then we see. There are some fairy lights here. I'm thinking what I want to do with them, if I should make them colorful, just yellow, maybe with some glow around. If I color on the black background, I think it will be with a, you know, a light yellow pencil. That could look nice. Shall we give it a try? This is not so light. Maybe I don't have the right pencil for that. Let's see. I'm not putting a lot of pressure now because I'm not sure yet if I like it. Okay, I think it's not that bad. What do you think? I think I like it. I think I want to do that. Create a bit of glow around the fairy lights. And also the black background doesn't look so just black. It's a bit more interest. Okay, I want to do all the fairy lights right now. I'm really putting some yellow here on the ghost. Yeah, that's what I meant. I have some yellow here. Where do I want to put that? On flowers or on the leaves? Maybe on the leaves, because I would rather do leaves in yellow and then more flowers in pink. So many decisions. Okay, I will do these star-shaped leaves in yellow. Okay, I think I'm getting an impression of what the picture could look like in the end. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I personally like speed coloring videos, because then you have the chance to see a page really from start to finish in a reasonable amount of time. I personally don't have the time to spend, I don't know, 4 hours watching a real-time color along. I mean, that's basically because I have never actually followed a color along. So really step by step, then it's probably helpful. But I like to watch color alongs mainly for entertainment, for inspiration, and then yeah, I prefer to be able to watch the entire thing I don't know, within half an hour maximum. Okay, what else do I have? Oh, I have this dark purple. I could do the fence in that one. I also have some more blue here. This one. I will go with the purple here for the fence. And since this has a wooden texture, I'm going with those loose strokes, flicks, to enforce that wood structure. That's also wood. I declare it wood, this one also. Might have been a leg, but no, I think not. Yeah, and then I will just already go in with some more shading where things are overlapping, and then I will come with a lighter color, and probably also some brownish color. For the rest. Yeah, I think that's fun. Oops. So I will also do this one in that purple color. And I will use this blue, that will be my last color for today, and go for these leaves with the blue. And then I will probably continue and you know, continue with where I had similar elements in other areas of the page, use the same colors and continuously fill up the page. And then I will invest a bit more in more shading and more details. I think then things will really come together also a lot more. But I think that's too much for today. I'm looking at some of my color palettes. I could bring in some orange. Oh, I have the blue and purple and pink. I have the yellow. I have the beige tones. But I think I could bring in some warm orange. I have that in many of my palettes, and I think it would probably work. And then in the end, maybe some darker colors for shading. Okay, I think I'm good for today. I will end this video by putting in some pink cheeks on my alpacas, because I love pink cheeks on animals and persons and everywhere. I think it just makes everything look cuter. See, a lot cuter now. Good, so this is where we are at after almost an hour of coloring. It's not so much, but I think this will turn out pretty, and I'm happy that I put out my Black Edition pencils from Faber Castell, and that I will color an entire picture only with those pencils. All right, I hope you liked this video. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.